Imagine waking up tomorrow and finding your local grocery store shelves empty. A chilling thought, isn't it? This nightmare scenario could become a reality sooner than we think. A looming port strike in the United States, set to begin on the first day of October, threatens to disrupt the steady flow of food supplies across the country. This strike, affecting 32 major ports, could severely impede the movement of food, both domestically and internationally. The gravity of this situation cannot be overstated. Without the regular influx of shipments, grocery shelves could rapidly deplete, leading to a widespread shortage of food. This isn't just a minor inconvenience, it's a severe disruption of our daily lives, affecting everyone from city dwellers to rural communities, and the timing couldn't be worse. I'm hearing whispers of other developments planned for October that could further fracture an already fragile supply chain. Now, I'm not telling you this to cause panic. The purpose is to prepare, to equip you with the knowledge and tools you need to navigate a potential crisis. Over the next few minutes, we'll discuss essential strategies to ensure your survival during a food shortage. We'll talk about stockpiling necessities, sourcing food locally, and even growing your own. We'll delve into the importance of water collection and purification, and the benefits of buying in bulk. We'll explore the concept of community networking and discuss alternative protein sources that don't require refrigeration. We'll learn about food preservation methods and the art of bartering. And most importantly, we'll emphasize the importance of staying informed, keeping abreast of local news and updates on the strike and food supply issues. A potential food shortage may seem daunting, but remember, knowledge is power. With the right strategies and a proactive approach, you can weather any storm. So let's roll up our sleeves, let's get informed, and let's prepare. With the clock ticking, it's time to act and prepare for a potential food shortage. The first line of defense is stockpiling essential food items. In a world where supermarket shelves could be bare, being prepared means having a stash of foods that can keep you nourished and satisfied. So, what should you stock up on? Start with grains. Foods like rice, oats, and pasta can serve as the base of many meals and have a long shelf life. Beans and lentils are another great option, providing protein and fiber. Canned vegetables and fruits, packed with essential vitamins and minerals, can supplement fresh produce. Don't forget about canned meats or fish for protein, and jars of peanut butter for a quick energy boost. Consider shelf-stable dairy products like powdered milk or canned evaporated milk. And lastly, spices and condiments can turn bland basics into delicious meals. Remember, it's not just about quantity, but quality and variety as well. Diversify your stockpile to ensure you're getting a range of nutrients and to avoid mealtime boredom. Grocery stores aren't the only places to find food. When we think about food, our minds typically jump to the neatly arranged aisles of our local supermarket. But let's take a step back and consider our local resources. Farmers markets and community gardens are often overlooked food havens, brimming with fresh, locally grown produce. They not only provide an abundance of wholesome food but also support local economies and promote sustainability. Farmers markets are a treasure trove of fresh fruits, vegetables, dairy products, and even meats. Shopping here can be a delightful experience, with the added bonus of knowing exactly where your food comes from. It's a direct farm-to-table journey, cutting out the middleman. The food is often healthier, tastier, and more nutritious than what you'd find in a typical grocery store. Similarly, community gardens are a fantastic source of local food. They provide an opportunity to grow your own produce and often have community plots where you can cultivate a variety of fruits and vegetables. These gardens also foster a sense of community and shared responsibility. It's a place where you can learn from more experienced gardeners, share your yield, and form bonds with your neighbors. But what about starting a home garden? It may seem daunting, especially if your space is limited. But fear not, even the smallest balcony or windowsill can yield a surprising amount of produce. Start small with easy-to-grow plants like herbs, lettuce, or tomatoes. Use containers to maximize your space and consider vertical gardening techniques. As you gain confidence and experience, expand your garden to include a wider variety of crops. Growing your own food is not just about survival. It's a rewarding activity that connects you to nature and gives you control over what you eat. It's about knowing that your food is free from harmful pesticides and genetically modified organisms. It's about reducing your carbon footprint and contributing to a more sustainable future. Growing and sourcing your own food provides a sense of security and self-sufficiency. It's an empowering feeling to know that, even in the face of potential food shortages, you have the knowledge and means to sustain yourself and your loved ones. Food is vital, but so is water. It's not just about staying hydrated. Water is essential for cooking, cleaning, and sanitation. In times of crisis, public water systems may fail or become contaminated. That's where water collection and purification come in. Rainwater harvesting using barrels or large containers can provide you with a renewable water source. But remember, always purify collected water before use. Boiling, using water purification tablets, or a quality water filter can make it safe to drink. Now let's talk about bulk buying. When supply chains falter, normal shopping habits need to change. Bulk buying non-perishable food items can ensure you have a steady supply of essentials. Think grains, canned goods, dried beans, and pasta. These foods are affordable, have a long shelf life, and can provide a base for many meals. Remember, water is life, and bulk buying can be your saving grace. In times of crisis, community becomes crucial. We are social creatures after all, and pooling resources can make the difference between thriving and merely surviving. Forming strong connections with those around you, whether they're your next-door neighbors or the local farmers at the community market, opens up avenues for resource sharing. Consider starting a community garden or a neighborhood bulk buying club. These initiatives not only foster a sense of community and shared responsibility, but also ensure everyone has access to essential supplies. In parallel with community networking, it's also important to diversify your diet. Relying on a single source of nutrition isn't just boring, it's risky. In a food shortage, you need to be able to adapt and make use of whatever is available. This is where alternative proteins come into play. Conventional sources of protein like meat and dairy are often the first to disappear from grocery shelves during a crisis. They're also the most perishable, requiring refrigeration to stay safe to eat. So, what are the alternatives? Canned meats are a great choice, as they have a long shelf life and require no refrigeration. Just make sure to rotate your stock to keep it fresh. Legumes, too, are a fantastic source of protein. Beans, lentils, and chickpeas are inexpensive, versatile, and have a shelf life of years when stored properly. They're also incredibly nutrient-dense, providing essential vitamins and minerals alongside their protein content. Plant-based proteins like tofu and tempeh are another option. While they do require refrigeration, they generally last longer than their meat counterparts. Plus, they're a great way to add variety to your diet. So, in conclusion, don't underestimate the power of community and the importance of a diverse diet. Both can be your lifeline in times of crisis. A supportive community and diverse diet can make all the difference. In a food shortage, every morsel counts. That's why knowing how to preserve food is a crucial skill. Preservation techniques allow us to extend the life of perishable items, making our food reserves last longer and reducing waste. Let's start with canning. This method involves sealing food in containers and heating them to kill microorganisms that cause spoilage. Fruits, vegetables, meats, and more can be preserved this way, and they can last for years if stored properly. Next, there's drying. By removing water from food, we inhibit the growth of bacteria, yeast, and molds. You can air dry, sun dry, or even oven dry your food. Think dried fruits, jerky, herbs, and more. And let's not forget about smoking. This method not only preserves, but also adds flavor. Meats and fish are commonly smoked, and the process can be as simple or as complex as you make it. Now, on to bartering. In a situation where traditional buying isn't an option, bartering becomes a powerful tool. It's the exchange of goods or services without the use of money. But it's not just about swapping items. It's about negotiation and understanding the value of what you have and what you need. Your preserved food items can become valuable commodities in a bartering situation. A jar of canned tomatoes could be traded for a bag of rice, for example. Even skills can be bartered. Maybe you're a whiz at fixing things and your neighbor has an extra chicken coop. You fix their fence, they give you eggs. It's a win-win. Remember, bartering isn't about getting the upper hand. It's about mutual benefit and strengthening community ties. Trust and respect are key in successful bartering relationships. Preserving food and knowing how to trade can keep you fed and give you a bargaining advantage. It's not just about survival, but about resilience and adaptability. So learn these skills, practice them, and be ready for whatever comes next. Knowledge is power, especially in times of crisis. It's essential to stay informed about the ongoing developments of the port strike and its impact on food supplies. Regular updates from local news sources can provide crucial insights into the situation's progression. It's not just about knowing what's happening, but understanding how it affects you and your community. Look out for updates on the availability of food items in your local grocery stores. Be aware of any changes in the local farmers markets or community gardens. Monitor the situation closely and adjust your strategies accordingly. Remember, in times of crisis, misinformation can spread easily, causing unnecessary panic. Therefore, it's crucial to verify information from reliable sources. Don't just rely on hearsay or social media rumors. Quality information is your best ally in navigating these challenging times. Now let's talk about preparation. As you've learned from our previous discussions, it's essential to stock up on food supplies, but remember, only store foods that you will eat and enjoy. There's no point in hoarding cans of beans if no one in your family likes them. It's a waste of money and storage space. When you're buying food supplies, consider items that are easy to prepare and store. Think canned goods, dried fruits, nuts, and grains. These items don't spoil quickly and can be a lifesaver when fresh food isn't readily available. Also, consider how you'll store these items. You'll need a cool, dry place to prevent spoilage and infestation. Consider investing in proper storage containers that keep pests out and prolong the shelf life of your food supplies. In conclusion, staying informed and prepared is your best defense against a potential food crisis. Be proactive, be smart, and be ready to adjust your strategies as the situation unfolds. Remember, you're not alone in this. Share information, resources, and support with your community. Together, we can weather any storm. Stay informed, stay prepared, and remember, you're not alone in this.